Hello, it is Sunday, January 26th, and today I'm just going to make a video on our milking process. I went into it a little bit a couple videos ago when I did the video on milk testing, and that was a little bit on milking itself, but more so on the testing. So tonight I just want to do a video more so going in depth on milking itself and just in more detail. So I hope you enjoy the video. Our first step in milking the cows is prepping their teats and their udder for milking, which by cleaning them. Would you like to explain what is in this bottle and what we do with it?
In this bottle is the pre-dip that we use, which is Effercept SC. It is a cleansing, sanitizing solution with skin conditioners. So each teat gets dipped with it, and then usually we wait 10-15 seconds and wipe it off. Now, in the wiping off process, we are stimulating her udder for her to let her milk down. So when we come in with the machine, she is ready to flow.
And after the cows have been dipped with their pre-dip, we go back with a microfiber towel and wipe the Effercept off their teats and get them clean and ready for milking.
Well, this also helps to stimulate letdown of the milk, which is important to the udder health.
As the cows move around in the barn, they obviously push some bedding down into the gutter, which my mom now is going around and picking that hay up and out of the gutter. Well, not hay, straw, up out of the gutter and putting it back in their stalls so they have it for bedding, which you can see some of the cows have already taken advantage of. As they get done being milked, they can lay down and rest and start producing more for the next morning. This is Charlotte. She's, I believe, the oldest cow in our barn now. And Cheyenne, right next to her, one of the youngest cows in the barn. You're not even milking yet, are you? Yep. We bring some heifers into the barn earlier, before they have calves, so that they can get used to life in the barn. So as soon as they have their calves and start milking, they're all ready to go. Now after the cow has been milked, it is typically my job to come in with this post dip and dip the cow's teats to help seal them up and guard for infection or germs getting up in the udder.
One of the reasons it's important to use a product like this is called Shield. It has a thicker viscosity or cling. The end of the teat will form kind of a natural plug, but it takes about 30 minutes for that to happen after milking. So it's good to have a product on it like this that will help to protect that teat end until that plug forms, to help keep anything from getting up into the teat, into the orifice.
Hello, Violet. Violent by now, Violet. Except the Violet is not very graceful. So anytime she takes a step or makes a move, it's at 100 miles an hour. So Violet gets called violent. She is now one of our oldest cows. We actually have a video from years ago showing her as a heifer out in the pasture during a rainstorm. We'll have to see if we can find it. Maybe Wilson can link it to this one. Anyhow, every time we come in to milk Violent, and it's the same with many other cows, they have to turn around and tell me how to do it. We'll have to have her face scratched, and her eyeballs itched, and her ears itched. And when I stop, she tells me to do more, right? Oh, does that feel good?
After a while that certain cows have certain quarters that don't want to milk out on their own so well. So I just kind of help them along a little bit. The reason why we hold the milkers open like that at the end is to try to flush the pipeline. Get all of the, well yeah, it's not really flushing the pipeline, it's getting all of the milk out of the milkers.
Chasing it with air.
Chasing it.
This red cow right here is also one of our older cows. She's Lydia's Jewel. When Lydia was, oh, I don't know, this tall, maybe this tall, she turned Jewel into a horse and would ride her everywhere. So Jewel has been here a long time. Not my favorite cow. She's a good-mannered cow. She's just not the best cow. Although she looks like a good cow right now. But we've kept her around to humor Lydia. But Lydia's now gone. So Jewel's gonna have to prove herself, or she can go with Lydia.
Well, milking is now done, and the cows are laying down all contently, taking a rest, but I want to show really quickly where the milk goes to get to the milk house. It goes through that stainless steel pipe, and then this one runs across the barn through that wall, and the ones from this side of the barn run up and together and go through this pipe. So we have two pipes heading through the wall and now running through into the hallway here. And the white PVC pipes there carry the vacuum, or not really carry the vacuum because vacuum is nothing. But those are the vacuum lines to give the milkers vacuum. And this is the vacuum pump. It's very loud. This is what produces the vacuum for the milkers. But there are pipes coming through the wall. And those go through then this wall into the milk house, where they go into this tank now, which he is just pumping out, and they go through this pipe, around through an inline filter in this pipe here, and then down into the tank.
Of course, after milking, when all the milk is drained out of the line and pumped into the bulk tank, the swing pipe gets swung over back here and we start the wash. It consists of 1, 2, 3 cycles tonight. Tank fills and it's just a quick flush of the line to rinse the milk out. Then it's a hot wash with the chlorinated pipeline detergent. We buy it in 15-gallon drums, but because our 15-gallon drum became empty on Friday afternoon, we didn't have time to run to the dairy supply in Janesville and grab another. Just went to a local store and bought a gallon to hold us over until Monday. I believe Mom's trying to get some. Anyhow, after the rinse, we have a hot wash with that. With very hot water, it enters the tank at about 180 degrees. And I believe it's still supposed to be holding 140 or something by the time it makes it back here at the end of the wash. When it's 0 degrees outside, I doubt it comes back at 140, but I've never tested it. Anyhow, it's plenty hot. After the hot wash, it gets an acid rinse. And then it's done for tonight. When we come out in the morning, the first thing we'll do is fill the tank with the sanitizing solution and run that through the pipeline for about, it takes about 5 minutes. Everything is sanitized and we're ready to go again.
Well, our milking is done now, and I hope that was a good explanation of our full milking process that made sense. But now I'm just gonna give these cows some hay for tonight so I can go inside and edit this video and put it up. But that's gonna be about it. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and that would help me out. But that's gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.